All right, hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I wanted to talk about the hardcore rewards. Now with the season ending in a few days, I believe it is on the 9th, I wanted to talk about what you should get and what I think is worth it in terms of value. So let's start with how much do you get every day. So if you are between like, what is it? 0 to 200 points, you get like 1,500 a day from the daily, plus any bonuses from actually the PvE part, and then of course the points from PvP. So with that said, the further you go up into the green and blue tier and everything, you get more. But I wanted to base this off of the standard like 900 mil a day from 1,500. So like whether you're a beginner PvPer and that's all you did every day, you logged in 15 minutes, did your daily, and you're out. I wanted to calculate that starting from the base. And if you're experienced and you have everything, obviously just buy everything. But with that said, I do believe some of the stacks are not really worth the investment, just because for most people, you'd rather just get like the 900 million gold bars and then turn that in. So with that said, let's talk about this and things you should get. So for all of you endgame players, I believe the Elixir of Deep Sea and the Perfume of Courage is definitely worth it. I have them myself. I do use them when I'm grinding. And it's not necessarily a full endgame thing, but like it's something good to have. And I believe the coins or whatever that currency is will carry over until the next season. So I think that is, unless they say otherwise. But just in case it doesn't, you know, it is what it is. But I believe it does carry over. So, of course, 1,500, you would get the Cron Stones, just in terms of blacksmith vendor Cron value. That's like 3 mil each times 500, so 1.5 billion. That's always good for like a day's worth of, 15 minutes of grinding. Perfume of Courage and Elixir of Deep Sea, always nice to have, especially because a set of 100 of them is 3 billion. So it's always good to have, even if you use it. The Mystical Spirit Powder. Now this one, I'm not really 100% sure on, just because the way you would get this is by melting down like spirit stones and all that stuff. So like these thingies, and it gives you like 30 to 50 of them. It's a little bit of RNG. I personally decided to buy them simply because I actually do use them. When you grind, you repair your alk stone and stuff. So whether you do life skilling, grinding, you do use them. So I think they are important, and that goes for everyone. In terms of Deboreka, now if you can get them over 600 mil, it comes out to like 800 plus another 700 in gold bars. So it comes out to more than your 900 mil daily. However, if it's like 400 mil and like under 500, you get that and then you lose tax and then you get that. So it's better to just get the no tax gold bars, if that makes sense. Unless you're strictly enhancing this for yourself. In terms of profit, it's not so much. So if you could buy it off the market, it's probably better anyway, just because you get the gold bars, buy it, and then probably still have more left over. Sturdy Forest Thread is one of those things, if you really do like PvP, what you use these on is like you combine these with like whale tendon potions, like these and stuff, and then you combine that into the expensive sturdy one. So it's something that you either use at very high-end grind spots if you just like take a huge chunk of damage, like at Orzekia. That's like the only thing I do, or if you PvP a lot. So aside from that, is it worth it? It really just depends, to be honest. But once again, if you don't need it, you don't PvP, just get the gold bars. Same with the Corrupt Oil of Immortality. More PvP stuff. And then, of course, there's loot scrolls. These are always worth it. Well, I guess it depends on how much you grind. But as you guys know, loot scrolls are like special. You can't just get them off the market. So I think these are absolutely worth it just because you can't get them everywhere else. And even if you have like a couple thousand of them, maybe it's not worth as much. But for people who do use them on the regular, absolutely, you should get it. So the thing that's going up here is probably what you guys want to know. Should you get any of the fail stacks or weapon exchange coupons? Let's start with the fail stacks first. The 251, absolutely, that one's worth it. Making a 250 stack is actually worth a lot. And let's do a little bit of math, and I can show you this right now. Let's do some basic math, okay? So let's look at the origin of Dark Hungers. We're gonna do the no RNG route. You literally use this from 100 to a 250 stack, all right? So they're 1 billion silver each. And then if you look at the tooltip here, it basically, if you have a stack between that number, you get plus number that it says. So let's see, you start at 100, get 26, then it puts you up at 26, then 19. That's like 140, and then let's see, 140s, 3s, 170. I think it's, you know, probably around like a little under 10 billion probably if you were to use Origin of Dark Hungers. I just kind of did random mental math. It's probably roughly around 10 billion or less. So absolutely worth it. And the 200 for 10,000, I think that's worth it too. Everything else under that, I feel like you can make these for cheaper, and I would rather take the like 1.5 billion silver. In terms of like making the stacks yourself, they kind of give you stacks for free these days during events, so all you have to do is literally just log in and you're good to go. So from this 100, 130, 150, probably not. 180 might be worth it. So the top three, 180, 200, 250, probably worth. These itself, not so much. Take the gold or gold bars. And in terms of weapon exchange coupons, personally, this is situational. Do you re-roll a lot? And do you want your main weapons to be on something? And do you just not like tagging? Because if you tag it, it's significantly cheaper and you have the same thing and you get more gold bars and silver just by, you know, not taking them. But if you plan on like hard re-rolling, then it's probably worth it. But if you don't, then probably not worth it. So in my opinion, just a quick recap of what is good and what isn't. The perfume deep sea elixir, very good. Cronstones should be the number one thing you get. Deboreka's, if you can get the sale price over 600 mil and you know, 600 or like close to it after tax. And then if not, then don't get it, because with the prices of these now, you could take the gold bars and literally buy double or like get more value out of it. If you're a PvPer, corrupt oils and sturdy forest treads, always good. Loot scrolls, high priority. I would get them too if I didn't have like almost 3,000 of them. Let me see, how many do I have? 2,800. That's how much I grind these days. I like do a few hours a week of grinding these days. I should probably get back into it. But aside from that, gold bars, always the way to go. And then I'm glad they added the extra ones, because it was really annoying buying 100 of them each every day. And then now you can just like buy them all at once and exchange them. So aside from that, we did some basic math, making a 250 stack from 100, a little under 10 bill. So it's, you know, pretty decent. And then 200 and 180, depends on if you enhance a lot. If not, then it might still be worth it holding on to it. But everything else, situational and or get gold bars. But with that said, hope you guys had a fun hardcore season. I think this was actually preseason, and season 1 starting soon, TM, kind of after that. And I kind of want to make a video, a full dedicated one after that, after the season ends, and talk about the likes, dislikes, and what I hope for in the future. Because I've been doing it a little bit every day. Like, for me, personally, the whole only 4 class thing was a little bit of a stretch for me because, like, if you didn't main one of the 4 classes, you're basically learning PvP from the bottom, whereas the people who just mained them already had an advantage. So I hope they just tweak it and then, you know, allow more classes next time. So that way the rest of us can actually have fun. But yeah, it was fun. For the past month, I learned Warrior a little bit, and then we'll see what happens in the future. So stick around for, you know, my full thoughts and opinions on the hardcore server and all that stuff at the end. And with that said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Peace.